Evening. Listen, you guys, today we're going to tap into some very interesting topics, okay? First and foremost, we're going to be talking about rejection, interference, sibling rivalry, resentment, and positions. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi, everybody. Listen. Today we're going to do something a little different. Today we will be having a moderator. And the reason I'm choosing this moderator is because sometimes I'm unable to catch everyone's comments. And so therefore, if I have a moderator, then I'm able to tap into everyone's comments. Hello, everyone. I see y'all. Hi, Jazz. All right. We have our moderator. What's going on this evening?
Hey,
How are you, beautiful?
I am wonderful. I am wonderful. Thank you for
Great.
asking. How are you?
I am amazing. I'm amazing. What's going on today? Did you hear the topics for today?
Yes, ma'am. I sure did.
Let's go. Let's get it
I'm
popping.
ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to get it popping.
So let me ask you something really quick. So I talked about rejection, interference, sibling rivalry, resentment, and position. Let's talk about rejection. Let's start with rejection. What does rejection do for you?
To me, rejection is rejection is a lot of things because rejection is when you're going higher up and people feel like, okay, well, she was a certain way, kind of talking about the past, and now she's this way, and you kind of lose friends from rejection. You kind of lose all kind of people that was in your life that you thought were for you, but aren't for you anymore because you have elevated. So basically you get rejected because there's a lot of people that want to be like you, want to do what you're doing, and
Page so they can get a little motivation because we don't want to leave
yeah,
nobody out.
right,
You know what I mean?
right,
We want
right,
everybody to receive the information that we have, you know?
right, right. And to me, also piggybacking on that, says from rejection comes, like you said, motivation and determination, because the more I get rejected, the more stronger I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's almost like telling somebody they can't run 4 miles.
Right.
But if you tell me I can't run 4 miles, you know what, sis? I'm going to run 8 miles just because.
Exactly.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I should be stronger and I should be able to know I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way I feel about it.
Well, you
And
know
it
what?
definitely
Another
makes
thing.
you feel stronger.
Listen, another thing I was thinking about. You know what else rejection does for some
What?
people? It brings on competition.
Yep.
You know.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
It's usually in a bad way.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And when you operate like that in bad
Yeah.
spirit, right?
Yes. Yeah.
You ain't getting too far. You ain't getting
Right.
too
Right.
far. You
Right.
know.
Right.
And it's like, it's for some people, I've seen people proclaim to be Christians,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and do devilish
Right.
things,
Right.
and
Right.
it don't match. It
Right.
don't match.
Right.
You can't say I'm a child of God, or I'm walking in His shoes, and then you turn it around and you trying to compete with somebody, and all
Right.
this other mess you got going on.
Right.
It's
Right.
messy,
Right.
you know.
And you mad at somebody because they might be a little bit higher than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you mad because they're higher than you? That doesn't make
I
any
don't
sense to me. You know
know.
what
I
I'm saying?
don't get it, but I see it all the time.
All the
You know,
time. All
and
the time. Me too.
that falls under the umbrella of resentment.
Yes.
Rejection
Yes.
brings resentment,
Yes, it does.
and also interference.
Uh-huh.
You know, so
Yes, ma'am.
they all kind of
Yes,
fall under
ma'am.
the same umbrella, but they just have different meanings. You know,
Right.
different circumstances.
Right.
You know,
Right. Resentment because this person is better than me, or, I really don't care if you have this many people following you. I don't really care if you have this house or this kind of car or this. It's a materialistic thing. You know what's really it is your spirit, that you're a kind person. It's kind of like I used to feel, before I started doing what I'm doing now.
okay.
I used to feel sad. I used to be like, well, why are these people acting this way? But now all of a sudden, I don't get my feelings hurt anymore because I know who I am. And when you know who you are, you don't let anybody else bother you anymore. You kind of have a sense where it's like, I know who I am. And when you begin to love yourself and when you begin to have self-love, and when you know that you are loving yourself, then you don't worry about what other people think. And it doesn't hurt anymore like it used to. And
Okay.
I really do think that rejection is a strong thing, because rejection, when people get rejected, they can start to feel down. They can start to feel like, I'm going to give up. Well, you've already came this far. So why are you going to give up? Just do you. Stay in your lane and do you. Everything's going to come together.
I received that. I received that. So for me, though, rejection, what I've seen in other people is basically what you're speaking on. But rejection for
Uh-huh.
me, I feel like rejection should make you a better person.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mhm.
rejection should make you want to go even harder. Because
Right.
listen, just because you're rejected,
Right.
it doesn't mean it doesn't mean that you don't fit the description. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying? It
Right.
don't mean
Right.
you don't fit the description. It just means not now. It's
Right. Right.
it's not your turn.
It may
You know,
not be
some of
your
us,
season.
yeah, some of us need a little polish. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I feel like rejection is it should be a good thing, but for
Right.
some, it's a downer.
Right.
Like what you said, and then
Right.
a lot of times too, your audience is it plays a part in that. So if you're around people who have what they call it now low vibrations,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
okay. So if you have a
Okay.
low vibrational spirit, it's going to be very difficult for you to move to the next level.
Right.
So
Right.
for all of you who's listening, if you know anybody that has any type of issue with the topics that we're talking about today, please have them follow the page.
Person. You know what I'm saying? That you love others, that you help others, but not to be resentful from somebody who has a nicer car than you, or may live in a better neighborhood, or is doing better than you money wise, financially wise, or anything like that. I've always been taught to love and to take care of. It's better to give than receive. And that's why I feel like, you know, I'm getting blessed because I love to bless others. I love to help others. I'm not worried about what this person drives or what this person has or what this person's wearing or what they're driving, all that kind of
What
stuff. You know
do
what I'm
you what do
saying?
you think that stems from though? The behaviors of people who, you know, have these resentments and interferences and stuff like that. What do you think that comes from?
I kind of personally think it might come from, I'm trying to think of the word I'm trying to use, because like a generational curse
Yes,
is what I kind of think it is. If I could
correct.
say that, I believe it's, what do you think? I believe it's like a generational curse because, you know, people are jealous of each other. And I want what you have, and you want what I have. And it shouldn't be that way. But it is I believe it's a generational curse.
It
It's
is,
since
and
been
it
way back.
is most definitely, and it also stems
Hmm.
from trauma. You
Yep.
know, some people, and I'm going to go all the way back to sibling rivalry, and that's why I wanted to talk about that, because
Right.
sometimes, you know, when you grow up in the household with your siblings, you
Right.
know, some of us don't
Right.
have the same. We have the same mom, but we don't have the same dad.
Right.
Okay,
Right. Right.
and
Right.
and sometimes we have the same dad and not the same mom, you know,
They
but
know.
you have
Exactly.
you have these different personalities, and you grow up with
Yes.
these people, and you know, you grow up and you see something in them that's not in you,
Uh-huh.
you know.
Uh-huh.
And then here
Right.
come
Right.
the sibling rivalry.
Right. Right.
Okay,
Right.
so
And
I've
everybody's
seen it happen.
arguing.
You
Yes.
say
And everybody's arguing. Everybody wants to be, why is she like that? And why am I like this? And all that kind of stuff.
all of
And
it.
that is true. Yes.
That's where
Yes.
it comes from, and it's, you know, it's like you said, it's a curse that needs to be broken.
Yes. Yes. The
But
generational
you
curse.
gotta want it. You gotta want
Yeah, that's
it.
true. That's true. That's true. Because a lot of people don't want, they don't want no curse. And that stems way all the way back to maybe when you were a kid.
Hmm.
And like you're talking about trauma, or something might have happened to you when you were younger, you know. And then you grow up that way. And then you keep it inside and you don't let it out and you don't talk about it. You don't resolve it. And then there you are stuck with this all your life. And you grow up like that.
Hmm.
So it's still in you. No matter how old you get and the older you get, you're still going to have that because you have not resolved it. You know, you have not, I don't know if I should use the word forgive, apologize, whatever it is that you need to do to make things right. But you choose to keep it inside of you and not let it out. So it's going to still remain inside of you no matter what.
But
Because
some
it's,
people don't know how to, though. That's another
mhm,
thing, you know. Some
right,
people
right,
don't have the skills or the know-how
right.
to even begin.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to go all the way back to why I even started a podcast,
Okay.
you know, because
Right.
I do have a lot of information, and
Uh-huh.
I do know in my heart that, you know, I have and will reach the
Yes.
person, you know, but you have to want it, you know,
Right.
you have
Right.
to want it.
Yes, you do.
I
You
can't
have to
want it
want
for
it.
you now.
Right.
I mean, I
Right.
can,
Right.
but you know, you got to do the footwork.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Yes. You
you
got to
got
put
to
the
do the
work
foot.
in. And that's just kind of wild because, like, my pastor was talking about in church, and it was kind of weird. It was like, okay, so you've got a code, right? But, and it's all going to come back to the same subject, but you've got a code. But guess what? You're not taking the medicine. I'm taking the medicine for you. So if I'm taking the cold medicine for you, how is that cold going to go away? Because I'm taking the medicine for you. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I believe that yes, both people have to be wanting it and both people have to want to resolve it and figure out a way how to resolve it. So
Did y'all hear that?
you have to figure it
Yeah, did
out.
y'all hear that?
You
Did y'all
can't
hear the
take the
queen speak?
medicine for somebody. If
Yes,
you have a
yes,
cold, I can't take the medicine for you and expect for you to get rid of that cold. You have to
absolutely,
take the medicine in order to get rid of the cold.
absolutely. Hi, everybody. I see everybody tuning in. I appreciate you. And you know what? I also wanted to thank my new followers. Man, it's been amazing. I
Yeah.
think over the past 60 days, I've gained about 600 new followers. And
Yes.
I want to thank
Yes.
everyone. And I thank you, Queen, for making that happen as well, because you have definitely supported me in the last couple of months, and I appreciate that.
No
So,
problem. Yes, ma'am. I
yes,
got your
ma'am.
back.
Yes, ma'am. And let's speak about position. So, when we place ourselves in the position, like what you're doing and what I'm doing, you get
Right.
what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
You can't go no way but up.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
And so
Right.
it's not to be tooting horns, it's not to be in competition or anything like that. It's just to
Right.
show you guys that you all have superpowers that live
Uh-huh.
inside of you. All you have to do is just tap into it, you know.
Right.
Just tap, see, like she said earlier, do you. Don't worry about
Yeah.
me. Do
Right.
you, baby.
Right.
You understand? And when you take that focus and that energy and pour it all into yourself, watch how you
Right.
flourish. You understand?
Exactly.
Watch how you
Exactly.
flourish.
Right.
Because you're
Right.
not going to get anywhere paying attention to this person over here and worried
Uh-huh.
about what this person doing over there. You
Right.
understand? You got to stay right
Hmm.
here. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
Right here.
And exactly. And that's just right because
Get some
I mean, I
solitude
even look,
about yourself.
girl, right. Because I even, I did something that I had never done before. I put a lantern outside of where I live at.
Okay.
And it's the kind of lantern that it lights up when it's dark outside. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, ooh, I like that. And
Mm-hmm.
so, when it was getting dark at 9:30, now it gets dark around 8:30. But it comes on outside when it gets dark. And I thought about it and I said, I wasn't worried about what the neighbors were thinking, but the neighbors came to me and said, oh, that's cute. I like that. You know what I'm saying? So then I told them where I got it from. And I said, yeah, I said, it comes on in the dark. It lights up. Just something simple as that. No competition or well, you can't have one like this. No, look, here, this is where I got it from. It didn't cost that much money. I figured I'd try because I saw somebody else when I was driving. I said, I wonder if that comes on. Oh, it comes on in the
Right.
dark and it lights up. What is that called?